Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown. I'm outside taking in some nature, baby. There was, I came outside, there was barely any clouds, there's clouds, but when I came outside it was beautiful, I saw butterflies everywhere and everything like that, Listen to, 432 hertz, and I just want to show you this. You see that right there? You see those things around it? You know exactly what they are, right? Most people will be like, oh no, those are Wi-Fi towers and shit. Yeah, okay, whatever. You know what time it is, people? You don't think they don't want to put 5G on a tower and then turn that shit on and it goes all over the fucking place? Especially around here, this is the ghetto, alright? I won't be surprised if these evil beings try to do anything possible to fuck up our minds just to have people in here because, oh, riot started. Motherfucker, you started that shit. Just for example. That's why you gotta meditate and shit and get right with your mind, man. You gotta pay attention to this shit. And they're like making it and shit, as you can see. In a way, that's a tower. That is a tower connected to a ley line. Could I be wrong about that? Oh yeah. But there's a whole bunch of shit around here that are connected to lane lines. I won't be surprised if this is, because you gotta think, why they made a structure that big? Why they made a building like that? These are all questions that I've always been questioning sometimes, and usually I get the answer, because either it will come to me fast or like later on, So I haven't been over here in such a long time, guys. You haven't seen me come over here since probably, since my last YouTube videos and my other channel that got all deleted. I miss this place, to be honest. I gotta hurry up before this couple comes. But, let's see. Look at this place, man. This is the place I used to freaking be at all the time, just taking in the sun and everything like that, which, I'm still doing. I've been doing that here all the time. When I do come here, this is my meditation spot. This used to be my meditation spot, and I found a new place. But not to say this is not a bad place to come. I mean, look at it. You got water, you got the grass, you got a perfect view of the sun. Like really, really good area to just relax and shit. And there's barely any cars coming through here. And then this building right here, this building had a screen that was showing people with mask and shit, and that was before all this COVID shit was happening. And people want to be like, oh, you're scared and all that shit. I'm like, motherfucker, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright? Where are those motherfuckers now? Where are they? No, seriously, where are they? They're nowhere to be fucking goddamn found, and probably they're one of the reasons why my YouTube channel got out. Because that's how it is. I had one strike. I only needed one strike against me to fucking all fail, basically. It could have been on me. But that's what happens when we speak the truth. You don't want you to speak the truth. It's too fucking goddamn bad. But I know in my heart I'm getting that YouTube channel back. I know I am. Alright? I don't care if I have to force you motherfuckers to bring them back. I will. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing the Astro Realm like I've done it before. Alright? Alright? All my videos will come back. And the thing is, too, most people are like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's funny, too, because when the day that they took all my channel away, guess what I had to get? The next day, I went to sleep, and all of a sudden, in my mind, all my videos and all that was back. I imagined it in my head, so I know it's going to come back. The universe showed me this shit, man. The universe showed me it. I remember I used to be here all the time, and then like cop cars and shit like come around over here. It's just like, what are you looking at? What is over here that you looking for? Exactly, you're not looking for shit. Walk away. There's a park over there too that I go sometimes. Haven't went there in a while either. But this is great. This is just I love this place right here, man. This is where I used to take a lot of energy from the sun here. This was a perfect place to take it in and everything like that. You got this old, big open view here, you know. And plus, you don't have to hear people talking, you know, the construction and shit. They're doing construction around where I live at, and I'm just like, I know exactly what you guys are doing. And the thing is, too, I've been telling my mom and my other friends that if we're in lockdown, why are they doing construction? If we're in lockdown, why are they chemtrailing in the sky? I didn't see no chemtrails today, to be honest. And the moon's right there. I don't know if you see that. I do not know if you guys can see that. But the moon's right there. Oh, okay, I think I can see it. Yep. There it is, the moon's right there. It's not a cloud or anything, it's the moon. Because look, these are the clouds. These are clouds, and right there is the moon. Wherever it is now. Because it's so small that I can barely see it now. At least on the camera here, I can see it perfectly. You know? Shit like that, man. Like, when you look up and you see the moon there, even when I was a kid, I was like, do you ever wonder? You know? Like, even when I was a kid, I even thought about other planets being around here. Like you see in Star Wars, in the beginning of Star Wars, when Luke is just hanging out and shit, and all of a sudden there's like 2 suns or 3 suns right next to in the background when he's just looking at the sunset. It's great, man. And it's gonna happen like this over here. That's one of the reasons why in the Star Wars movie they showed you that. Because it happened in this planet. It happened here. Oh my god. Alright, one thing I do need to mention, I'm very, very, very pissed off at these motherfuckers at. And you're Hispanics, man. Look, I'm Hispanic and shit. All I have to say is, why in the fuck are you gonna drop shit in the water? Look at that shit. You see that? Why are you gonna drop shit in the water? Why the fuck you gonna drop shit in the water? And why the fuck you gonna drop shit on the fucking goddamn floor? There's a trash right there, motherfucker. Good God, man. Like, fucking for real. No, I'm not to say the animals, like, you know, like the, you know, like, you know, squirrels and, raccoons, not to say they don't go in trashes and shit like that. Whose fault is that? It's not their fault, it's our fault. We're the ones that keep those trashes there that has food in them. We're the only species that wastes fucking food. Fucking for real, man. Why other countries don't have food? And then everyone wants to fucking protest, sign petitions and shit, where it doesn't go nowhere. It doesn't go nowhere. At all. People need to stop thinking that, oh, you know how in the episode of Gotham, when the Umbrella Man, I think that's his name, when he was wearing that pig mask and stuff like that, not the pig that's the butcher, no, not him, a guy that was just the Balloon Man, that's what he was, the Balloon Man. And the Balloon Man really resonated with me in Gotham because the way he was talking, he was like, you know, I try to, you know, help people. You know, I try to give my money to Gotham and everything like that. Gotham's children, and I try to make a difference. You know what difference I made? None, because the people in the city feed on the weak, and the law protects them. And I'm like, thank you, fucking thank you. And then in that episode, when the mayor decides to send those kids to another state, so they could be in a quote unquote, basically in a basically overall, they were trying to send those kids to prison. Basically, even Gordon said that. Oh, prison, basically. You know, like the mayor in Gotham twisted his words in a way like, oh, we make sure we take care of your kids and everything like that, and then you send them off to another state so they could take care of them, or they could be responsible for them, but yet you are going to send them to a prison. You see, shit like that, man. That's what I love about Gotham. Because Gotham shows true shit that none of these people don't want to fucking mention around here. This is why there's a Batman in Gotham. And most people be like, oh, the world isn't... There's YouTube videos around here. Idiot fucking YouTubers that literally say that, oh, the world is not as bad as Gotham is, so obviously we won't need a Batman. And I'm like, you are a dumb motherfucker. All of you are fucking dumb. Oh, so the world is not bad enough to have a Batman. The world is not corrupt and fucked up to have a Batman. No, think about that. Think about it really, really hard, you dumb motherfuckers. I'm tired of your fucking motherfucker closed-minded pieces of shit, man. If I have to fucking beat you to a bloody pulp, I fucking will. I don't give a fuck, man. But you know, when the time comes. Because I'm not doing that right now. I'm not going out in the streets and being like, no. Because I know when that energy will come. I know when there's a time and place for that to happen. And when the time and place for that to happen, guess what? We'll be in the battlefield fucking it off these evil beings when the time comes. All right? Some of us are not warriors around here, and that's fine. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to go to war and everything like that. Look, if you don't want to go to war, that's fine. You don't have to. Just let the people that are warriors do what they have to do. You're not a warrior, and that's fine. People are not meant around here to be warriors. Maybe you're meant to be an alchemist or something like that. Maybe you're meant to be a healer or something like that. I don't know. You need to figure that shit on your own. Because I can't tell you who you are. Only you can know who you are, man. Meditate. Be one with nature. And then you get downloads of dreams and everything like that. And when you draw stuff too, pay attention to that. And things that you resonate too, pay attention to that. Because that goes to your past lives and how you feel right now and what you should do right now. You know? Crying out loud, every time like I see like justice happening in a way, I almost like, fuck you. Always get that energy, that fire energy, that passion energy. But then at the same time, you want to punch somebody that fucking deserves it so much. Like, you know how Bruce Wayne was punching Jerome when all those when the glass was all surrounding him and everything like that. It was kind of homage to the Killing Joke. I mean, not the Killing Joke. It was, well, technically it was, but it was more homage to the Dark Knight Returns when Joker comes back and when Joker finally realized Batman's back, he's like, but Batman, darling, you know, that one. Then you see like the love thing and everything like that. Then you see like glass, and you guys know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, then look it up. The Tunnel of Love, Batman versus Joker. Yeah, you know. But when I saw that when I saw that part in Gotham, I was like, you know, I thought it was cool. And then when Bruce was just beating the fuck out of Jeremiah, he kept bleeding, but he couldn't stop, punching him. Yo, I felt that energy from him, man. I felt that passion. I felt that fucking thing, man. I felt it in here. I felt it in my heart. I felt it in my core of my gut. Yo, man. That's the thing. These evil beings know who I am and how the fuck how I treat them, man. And then you have evil beings like Jeremiah, you know, like Joker, when Batman's beating him up and then he's about to grab the glass, about to stab him and shit. Jeremiah is like, do it. There's evil beings around here that do want you to fucking do that shit. Because you know why? Because look, it's the type of thing that they've always told you about a whole bunch of times. There's a time and a place to get rid of these evil beings, but there's a time and a place when you know you can't do it. When you beat them to a bloody pulp and they can't move, leave them there. They can't do anything. They'll be taken away, or they'll be or something. You know, something will happen to them, basically. It's not like when they smell blood and water, like some of these Dracos, and then they just attack, then you just literally have to kill them because they won't stop. They absolutely would not stop, basically. And then the thing is, too, that is how I am with these evil beings. When I punch them, when I fight them, I do not stop fighting them. It's almost like a drug, too, for me. And I need to watch that, too. I do need to watch that. Because because that shit can turn me evil, probably, you know? Because, like I mentioned before, you know how sometimes when someone kills an evil being, and then all of a sudden that evilness passes on to them? That shit can happen to you. There's a reason why they fucking make movies and TV shows and video games and and comic books about it, because these evil beings have saw it before, you know, and they're like, and some of them have reincarnated, well, in a way reincarnated, well, most likely changed over time for different avatars, and have told about it. They'll know how it works, basically. So we do need to be careful with that. We need to be diligent with that. Because even though we want to beat the living fuck out of these evil beings and shit, we just need to know the time and place when that time comes. And when the battle all commences, when the battle does happen, I guarantee you, Mother Nature will just let us go and let us do what we need to do as cosmic beings. And we would destroy these motherfuckers. They would be bloody to a bloody pulp. Alright? Literally. These evil beings, these evil reptiles and shit. And these orcs, and also, you know, and insectoids and greys. For crying out loud, man, like, these insectoids, I don't know if I have much of history of them, but I know with Dracos and shit. And I know deep down inside of me, I know that these Dracos have talked to these greys and orcs and insectoids, and they're like, look, you could try to do whatever you want to this person, but all I have to say is if you try, he's going to come straight after you and just destroy you. He could come right now and just do it because he will feel like it. And it's true. I can meditate right now and go to them and just destroy them. Right now, as we speak. I could do that right now. Alright? You could do that right now. Oh yeah, it's pure imagination. And then you know how sometimes you get voices in your head of like, no, or something like that, or like, watch out, or something. It's because you're in the astral realm and you're doing what you need to do, and you actually see them. You do. You see them. You see what they look like. Remember, what is it? Remedy H said that they look like pale whites, some of them, and they do. And the thing is, I'll tell you this right now. I have never fought a reptilian during the day. The only time that I fought a reptilian during the day was when I was meditating outside one time, and I projected myself to Antarctica to destroy everything that was in Antarctica, and a reptile showed up. You know, he was a little bit greenish and stuff like that, but still pale at the same time. But the reason the sun didn't kill him right away is because he was in a cold area. You know, he was in a cold area. And not to say the sun couldn't fucking destroy his ass, but I destroyed his ass quick anyways. You know? And I'm telling you, man, I've done shit around here that you won't believe what I've done. I'll say this right now. I know these evil beings have a book of me. I know they do. They have a tablet of me, man. And I'm old as fuck. My higher self told me how old I am, man. I was around before the cosmos thought of herself of being conscious. I am not fucking playing with you. You know that energy of you standing up to the man, standing up to what you believe in and shit? What's that energy? That's a CHUCKY energy. That's an energy that they didn't want to come over here, but it came into a physical being. Because it was spiritual at one point. And this is the avatar talking. Why? Because the avatar is telling you what inside of him he has. I'm one of the most fierce, powerful beings in this cosmos. In other cosmos, they know me too, and they don't want to fucking touch me. Some of them don't even want to know me. I'm talking about the evil ones, at least, you know? And the good ones, like, I know so many good beings that they became my friends and family and shit, and they know deep down that, look, I'm not here to scare them. I don't want to scare them. But deep down, they know that this being was created by the cosmos, and if you ever fuck with them, even slightly, that is it. You fucking with Mother Nature herself, basically. And most people might be like, oh no, you know, all color people are part of Mother Nature and the cosmos. I'm not saying you're not. You are. All of us are. All of us are. But there's a reason why my higher self gave me a sword, and it has a crystal in it, and that crystal is old as fuck. Remember the whole? Remember when I don't know if I told you this, but how the cosmos created life around this planet. She she saw there was a light, basically. She voiced it, and it was in the waters. So those are the three things that you need: light, water, sound. That's what she needed, and she used it. The reason and the thing is, the crystal was just floating in the cosmos. Everything was just still blackness, just darkness. There was not even stars at one point, man. There was no stars. But then all of a sudden, she thought about it. She thought about being conscious, basically. Thought of being, spiritual and in tune with herself. And then all of a sudden, that crystal was gone. Then all of a sudden, that's the history of the crystal that I'm talking about. It's kind of bluish, but it's more purplish too. It's a mix of blue and purple. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful crystal. Because when you move it like this, it shows purple and blue. It's really, really beautiful, guys. Really fucking beautiful. So beautiful. It's like this thick, basically. It's about this thick. But imagine it like this. So it's about here to here. So imagine how my sword is. And you know how in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, well, yeah, in the Scott Pilgrim comic book, Scott Pilgrim takes a sword out of his chest. I do that. I take my higher self sword out of my chest. It's inside my heart. So even if I didn't have my Kara with me, my monster plushes with me, if I didn't have them with me, I'm still good. Remember, the reason I have my umbrella knife and Kara, they're just distractions. My monster plush and my umbrella knife are just distractions because I am the weapon that they should be looking at, basically. Nobody else but me, basically. They're distractions. That's why they're there. That's why sometimes when I do battle, I'll leave them behind. And Kara usually, sometimes she gets worried because she knows that, because deep down she knows that if she's not there to, make sure that I'm doing something right, I could end up fucking crazy, basically. Not crazy, but crazy enough to not stop going after these evil beings. And then all of a sudden people are going to be like, there's none of us to fight them left. What are you doing? Basically. Most people might be like, oh, that's fine though. But that's the thing. It's in a way not fine because there's no balance in the universe, basically. I'm not saying it's good to do these sex traffickings and all that shit. No. That's why we're stopping these evil beings. There's even some evil beings that don't even fucking do that shit. That's why they're not here on this planet. For kind of you see in Dragon Ball Z, there's beings around here that are planet destroyers. Okay? And the reptilians are not that. They're just succubus. That's all they are. They just drain energy of the planet. You didn't see that in Dragon Ball Z. You didn't see Majin Buu or Frieza or Cell suck the planet's life. No, they were destroying the planet, yes, but they were also destroying the people on the planet, and that's why the Saiyans were there to fight them, basically. And look at Majin Buu. Half of the people he fucking annihilated, and all he wanted to do was eat. All he wanted to do was eat sweets. You think there's not a being like that? There's a reason why they show you it in Dragon Ball Z and stuff. Frieza is a Draco, Cell is an insectoid, and Majin Buu is a Jinn. These are the things that they're trying to tell you. You gotta be careful with that shit. Especially with these especially with Jinns. Because you see in Dragon Ball Z that Majin Buu was very powerful and couldn't fucking be hit in a way. The only way to kill him was literally an orb of light, a big giant orb of light to just destroy him. Because there's beings like that. There's beings around here that are planet destroyers, and we are the ones to take them out. And most people are like, then where are they? If we're so down and weak right now, how come they couldn't come? It's because our Anunnaki's brothers and sisters, don't want that to happen, and they're going to make sure that shit doesn't happen. There are rules in the universe, basically. There's rules in the universe. One of the rules in the universe is that you can't go to a civilization that you can't evolve a certain civilization to, say if all of a sudden you come to a planet and there was just monkeys around. You can't take the monkeys and splice them, and all of a sudden they become so smart and they know who they are, basically. You can't do that. Why? Because it has to be a natural progression of the planet. And this is why some beings around here didn't like the progression of this planet, because it was always interfered by extraterrestrials. It was never interfered by nature. It was always evolved by people like our brothers and sisters, all these evil beings. The planet hasn't really created her own shit. The only thing that she probably created is rocks, trees, and some insects, and some, birds and shit. But other than that, everything here is spliced, including some animals, like dogs and shit, some cats. You have some GMO cats. That's what they're called. And you could tell if they're a GMO cat. Why? It's because their legs. Their legs are small. And the waist is a little bit longer, That's how you could tell, man. That's why a lot of things out here, a lot of animals, a lot of people around here that are not part of nature are going to die. Flat out, just die. And most people are like, oh, be inside. It doesn't matter if you're inside. Go ahead, be inside the house. But I'll tell you this. The radiation is going to go right through your house. Right? That's how it is. The radiation is just going to go right through your house. And then you're going to burn. So before I end this video, I just want to say this. Soon, we're going to make a community of people that are so spiritual and in tune with themselves. All right? There's going to be different communities all around the planet. And we're going to have our own people. We're going to have our own tribes. Like literally, you know how in sometimes movies and video games, you go far away, you pack a backpack or something like that, and then you go to a place to, either restock on food or water or something like that, if they have it, if you know a place like that. There are going to be places that are going to be like that. I'm telling you guys, we are returning to a tribe mind, basically. And there's going to be different types of tribes. I'm going to have my own tribe. It's going to be called the TheSkullKlown tribe. All right? Literally. I know who my ancestors are. I know how powerful I am. Do I want to connect to the final bloodline of my ancestors? Yes, because I definitely do want to know who I am. From who family's tree I'm from. I do want to know that, because I know I'm ancient as fuck. Right? I know I was ancient as fuck, and I was literally like a vibration for the planet. For the cosmos, to wake herself up. That is me. That is what the TheSkullKlown is. Let me tell you this. If she didn't, in a way, quote unquote, wake up, what do you think would have happened? The thing is, too,